unreal this is. Do you know, I'm dealing with housing. I'm dealing with non-factual reasons to close a case because sorry about the noise. Let's talk about the facts of this abuse of disabled people in the United Kingdom, violations of their rights and breach of standards in housing. National Housing Standard. Everything is, I know this is all targeted and reasons behind everything. It's just not one subject, is it? It's to deal with multiple. There's no grounds to close a case. So my mate went through previous old emails. I got bombarded by offers of I had tried to get a remedy. So basically this document, 27th of night 2018, the Word document, let's get it up, shall we? And since then I offered a remedy to get me out of my home safely where I could be. And do you know, this is abuse of nationally for all disabled people, nationally by UK Con Party. I call it a Con Party, it's a Conservative Party. But I can't tell you how many emails or evidence I've got by in my area, let alone the deliberate. Well, for example, on my birthday, I'm going to just state one email. This is a public servant saying this out the blue, harassing me on my birthday, 25th of night 2000. I won't say what year I was born. 25th of night 2018. Happy birthday, she says. I had a phone call, from OT department. Oh, for God's sake. 31st of the 8th, 2018, I made it clear, do not consent to contacting Olympics Care Services Limited, especially the former female called Janet and a other female that was involved in harm to me, that I've got video, texts and recordings of evidence that's been going on for years. And what does she do in this email? Quotes the same people to offer me an occupational therapy assessment. States here, she can do a home visit. Well, nothing ever, all these months, I've ever been informed I need it home, the service in my home, in this disrepair home. Go back on my channel and see the history of this housing disrepair, and you see what I mean by all that. So therefore, I sought a remedy to offer me in my previous video of a hotel that home group, this company that rent from would pay in a safe location, and they would offer the wet room for disabled people to be safe to carry out the assessment there. You would have thought it was logical. And then offer whatever assessments they need to do in that safe space. Not in this disrepair nightmare place I'm living like. That got completely shut down. Although I've got the evidence, all these emails, especially towards the end of last year, where this company was preparing to fund these all these emails and words that offers of funding, and she went on a high horse. Now, what a job role is. A prevention service. What? If they really want the best interests of disabled people and in environment, the word environment, and prevention service on behalf of the public purse, what is that individual breaching a code in healthcare professional nationally? In what the training she has. Well, it's not just her, is it? She's in this public sector side. You've got so many chiefs and not enough ordinary men and women just doing an honourable job. They're not paid enough. They're not paid enough to think for themselves. They're not paid. They're just like robots on a computer. So my friends that day said, don't even look at it. So what the offer was in this email, she can do a home visit, and they were trying to offer within 1 day's notice, 28th of September at 2 p.m. in my own, or the Monday after, or the Tuesday after. What? Pushing the same people that abused me before in this corporate care home. Yeah? Do you think I'm going to consent that again? So, I did a counterclaim back offer. Oh, hold on. Here we go. She bites back at me. She really bites back. So, my mate sent this on my behalf. What time was it? Oh, I do apologise that it was 1:41 a.m. in the morning. But it was sent legitimately, my first-hand knowledge of the truth on record of the facts. And it just confirmed what the previous offer and what that email was implying, and what that social worker was trying to get me to do. And it just went into details of factual evidence of what she didn't do previous to that date, and on another subject I won't go into right this minute. So she hits back in that morning at me, claiming on this other public sector national services that are causing harm to disabled people. Look, you got Department of Works and Pensions. They're harming and selling off the services. So people are being seriously harmed by no access to correct medical assessments with Capita or whatever medical company, private company. Then they're sanctioned. Then even able-bodied people on ES or whatever benefit system, whatever families. Oh my gosh, it's bigger than I. But anyway, I'm just trying to do my little bit. But she's trying to cover her behind. Let's go into one offer I offered, key offer. I even reported this, right? It's called QCC. Thank you for taking time to contact the Quality Care Commission, right? So I'm reporting what happens, and as a disabled individual, like you would have thought one's rights are, and then I get an email saying, well, we can't investigate cases personally. What? So when you go to, you think it's a member of Parliament, yeah, UK Parliament. Unfortunately, due to strict parliamentary protocols, MPs may only respond with their own constituents. I can't pronounce these words. You should address your MP in your area. I thought this individual was my MP. Andrea Leadson MP, Member of Parliament for South. So that is Toaster, East United Kingdom, is it? So I found out who my MP is. They don't do a lot for us anyway. So this is when another public servant hit back. I have spoken to the managers. I was told that I could be contacted on Monday. This is reference to so-called public servant trying to say that I need to attend to this building that I could not go to because of my personal high care needs. So never encrypt your emails. And then let's see about this other one. Oh yeah, the Quality Care Commission said they can't. Thank you for the time contact us, but we cannot investigate. So what else do I try? Okay, so NHS England, right. Well, unfortunately, I'm still stuck on that one because I haven't been able to have been well enough to do the document they wanted me to do. I've been so ill, it's unreal. Oh, and I got a new phone I don't know how to use. So, I got this viral thing going around, it's stuck in my throat. My whole body shut down. Ah. So, resent the 14th September. What? They don't. I have been in hospital. Resent the 14th September. I just told this public servant NHS subject as well. I'm dealing with NHS England. I've been in hospital, and I haven't got any advocate support. And that's how disabled people get trodden on as well. You don't have independent support or family friends to help you out. Under the NHS regulations, Statute 2009, you have a choice in paying directly to the service advisor, in this case, the medical practice, or to us, NHS England, that they commission to pay for the service that you're unhappy with. You don't get a remedy in any of this system. And automatically claims to phrase your case. And where do you get referred to the advocacy? And it's automated email. So, right, the 31st automatic response, right, so what did I say about the housing then? Well, I don't know. Automatic computer response about saying I didn't contact them when I got an email, came back saying I did. Then this email sent about this housing disrepair, 31st of the 8th, 2018, automatic response saying we're at the office. Well, that's not going to go anywhere now because they want me out of this place. I need to be somewhere safe, obviously. I was left all summer without help and support, without any advocacy. Here we go, 13th of August 2018. And I just buried my mum. I just buried my mum on the 10th of August. Please see attached letter. I'm so unwell, it's unreal today. All glands and everything's swollen. Right. I have used the internal complaints procedure, Home Groups Limited, Stage 2. They want me to contact a dedicated individual, but there's no one I can trust locally, to resolve their complaint. A 1 year and 3 months left like this in this housing disrepair. write to them. There's a website, but I don't even know this public MP is my area. But do you have to go to them, or can you do it yourself? So my friend helped do it myself. Or the tender you can contact without referring to them. But after 8 weeks, which one is done? And that was after the 26th of the 6th. Sorry, 26th of the 9th, 2018, which one did? As soon as one was able to. A copy of your tenancy agreement. A copy of the landlord's final, which they've got of that. A copy of the Ombudsman complaints form. A brief update in relation to the outstanding issues, your complaint. Confirmation what we would like your landlord to resolve. I don't have the ability to send a copy of the tenancy lease agreement. The duty of care of the Housing Ombudsman in Liverpool, UK is to uphold the individual's rights to repairs. Home and Communities Agencies is meant to support the individuals, the national housing standards being breached. Let's see if I can find out who this area MP is. I don't know. So what you're meant to do is put postcode in, are you? Right, so let's see if this works. Oh, my body's falling apart today, I tell you that now. When you're not well, you can't do much, unfortunately. So, Castle Ward. 3 district councillors represent in this area for local services, planning and housing. Councillor Stone, all Labour. Who's Andrew Liver? Oh, he's a Conservative MP, ain't gonna do much. Instructions. Please be polite, concise, to the point. I'm not very good on to the point. Use your words. Oh, we'll block, copy and paste identical messages. It's waste of time writing to MPs other than your own. Okay, so let's go and try the county council for my area. Here we go. I can't even think what the date is. So I'm in the middle. I was. Care Act 2014 is statute law. Fire? So basically, we've got high counties. Care Act assessment and statute law. Whoops, I'm putting little things on there. My phone's doing an email. Right, so basically now we're doing this. It's called www.writetothem.com in UK, and I know this particular Labour political mail. So the email is this: I'm inquiring to seek support on the breach on offer on adult health care on middle of offer of a Care Act 2014. Offer via a care management and this area in the United Kingdom for disabled people is known as North Hampshire County Council. If anyone wants to know what that is all about with the cutbacks, go and search and Google it. You'll see all over UK mainstream media for many, many months to date. So therefore, the email content, to email. Does it make sense? Hold on. My mate's done that. She's trying to help me do an email. I email to, and I could tell she's done it wrong because this web page is you have to put in the email as you type. I email to seek policy breach in oh you forgot to put the unlawful in the. Sorry, I'm just joking because this is ridiculous. No matter what I do, they just get away with it. In the unlawful. You mean to put unlawful. Unlawful due process. That's it. I'm thinking of the words and more my friend is thinking of. Unlawful, and well, you already put that to see the policy breach and unlawful due process. That's it. That's a key word. Because this guy in question I know about, he knows who I am, and he won't do nothing. But it's official in their system, they can't blanket, because then I can hold him accountable for breach of public office and duty of care if you use our system. We're just trying it at a different angle and see if anything, I doubt if anything happens anyway. So then it audio process, if disabled people with, oh yeah, she forgot to put that word, with high care needs, unlawful block to complete a Care Act assessment. Due to trying to seek a safe temporary housing offered by current landlord, in their words, you have to word it like that, otherwise they're talking about they have short mindsets. No disrespect to men and women, but they do. Put it that way, he does. Allegedly. I'll put allegedly, okay? Whom are not offer whom are. Yeah, I should have put the word are. English. Are not offering. Right, that's it. It's not very good when you're not well, and she's trying to help me keep well. Bless her heart, and trying to keep my mind focused. Whom are not offering the lawful duty of care in repairs. It's now 1 year and 3 months. It causes a risk, hence I have tried to date on public funded employees' own safety to offer services of OT assessment other than my home. I emailed my requirements of this both housing employees and all refused this. So by email to date. And now block all support and offer care at assessment process. If one may be able to offer to assist in require the lawful my complaint on this kindly confirm as soon as possible. Yours sincerely, and then you just put in there and then you just put that in and you just put your email. They want votes. There's an election coming up, you never know. They want votes from the public, don't they? And when things go wrong and you go to your so-called what's it called? Electoral, I can't speak today. Hold on, I need a drink. I need a stiff drink, but I don't drink alcohol. If you go to your political I can't even say words today. My throat's gone. All so-called representatives. In this area they call it county councils, borough councils. Nationally they call it MPs, members of parliament. Do they ever help any disabled people? Anyone out there knows? Do let me know, because my experience they don't so far. Not being critical, but it's fact. Okay, so one is trying this angle out this time. Use their system against them. Not against them, but use their process. So when they breach lawful due process, this is called, I've forgotten it now. I had it years ago. I studied this and I've forgotten what it's called. Is it malpractice? No, it's not malpractice. It's something malice in public office. Something like that. I can't remember the word. I've got it on Drive somewhere years ago. I haven't really done this before for a long time. And so my friend suggested this last night to just found this website to find out, and I'm going to do it with the guess who my MP is. Can't believe this. A Conservative who are cutting the benefits, who are cutting services for disabled people in the United Kingdom. Ding ding, Theresa May, all them lot. Doesn't help living in an area where it's all controlled by the Conservatives. Oh gosh, what can you do but have a blinking sense of humour? I don't know how I'll carry on, I really don't. But if you don't try, if you give up too easily, it's very easy to do, isn't it? But they got to be held accountable. So my mate is just typing in this website, my information. So what you doing? Right, so you're putting that, bear with me. And if you look on that video yesterday of the serious stuff that I found on his old phones. Yesterday was one of those bloody days. I think I've been a meltdown 2 bloody days. Mainly shock that I found this evidence of all this bloody abuse. Oh Jesus. And they're still bloody going on. I tell you, what more? So it's getting worse, isn't it, nationally? But anyway, on a positive note, really, yesterday was at least being able to move things in my bedroom. Not that weren't that bad, but to move things that were in the way, and I can get rid of for free. And today's one of them days my body just gave up and I had to be bedbound all day this time of night as well still. And I was going to call this charity number I know in my area who would take massive amount of stuff out of my flat, and it's going to be a router, printers, old surround sound system, a TV, really good stuff, but I haven't got time to recycle, because I guarantee you on the 18th this week there'll be a bang 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 at the door, we have a court order, you come with us or else. You're wondering what I mean by that, aren't you? Okay, how do I put it simply? Section 42, the Care Act 2014, if they believe an adult is at risk, if they believe they have a label, put it that way, they can use a certain section to go to the Kango court de jure and a court system and get an order and come and force entry to your private dwelling. In the key statute law on that element is also common law, so, which I researched last year. In that area, it means if that public servant, usually robots, aren't they? Oh, come on, think about it with the police these days. Privatisation, all that. If they do believe there is someone vulnerable, in their terminology as well, and at risk, well, what is that real terminology words? Well, in their eyes, it could mean multitude of things. And so they will come in and say, right, we think you're at risk, you have to come with us, and you can be anywhere. Anywhere, literally. Institutionalised where? There isn't anywhere for disabled people with high complex needs and medical equipment. There's cutbacks everywhere. Why do you think I'm still living here in this environment? I hope to God that don't happen, but my gut feeling is telling me it will. And but my bags are packed. They're all ready, all prepared for the worst. The tomorrow is to get these old phones, apart from the two of the evidence I've got and what's happened to me, go to hope for goodness overnight, as a miracle my body is stable, to this phone shop and call this number for these people to come out ASAP, and I'm going to try and time it that they can come in on the same day and witness what happens. Maybe, but what my mate's done is emailed the head of lawyers on behalf of this county council, public servants in my area already, to state I've not rejected the offer, but still I require on health and safety grounds, for their safety as well, don't forget, because if they touch that wall they could get their hand cut and injured, because it's not safe, it's not repaired, the hallway wall. And so how I can't easily see, we've been trying to figure out, because my mates work as occupational therapy in private hospitals, so I've been trying to figure out how logically, practically, offer an occupational therapist could be offered. But I don't necessarily think it might go that extreme, but I hope to goodness that we can work together in these public sector services amicably. That's what I'm trying to resolve. Amicably. I have not denied entry. That's the point. You don't. You just don't get in confrontation. It's the worst thing to do. And all I've been carefully saying, do require this, that and the other. If you kindly provide A, B and C, D, if you know, just being treating these ordinary men and women on the front level, the front line level of public sector services in the UK, mean well, okay? It's those at the top, the management level, the directors of these companies are the problem. And then it goes national in all this national statute law. That's how it works. So you can only deal with what you got in front of you, and that's all I'm trying to do. I can't take on the blinking world, I won't ever want to. But more what I'm trying to do is making sure things don't happen that's happened before, but still trying to move forward, okay? And I'm not here to bash anyone. I'm just trying to find an angle way around it to get the assistance in all due process, knowing there isn't a funding about. So what is limitations, what is available? And I really genuinely thought there wasn't an issue with offering a temporary location to move to so they could do assessments what they need. And I generally was thinking about other health and safety people coming anywhere near my own in this vicinity, because I really generally did not think that the housing company employees in my area would reject funding what I suggested, because it's right around the corner and it's cheaper and it's safer. So yeah, that's what I am with it. So God forbid if that happens. I do not want that, you know. So I've got nothing against certain individuals personally, because I know they got massive caseloads on their plate, and that's a problem. The cutbacks means you got these frontline employees, so many cases like mine to deal with, and people that are complex disabilities, they're being scapegoated. They've been overridden. They'd rather deal with simple cases, simple things, than people with my situation. But they have a duty. They can't. You see, the word the last email was threatening me. I don't take that lightly. How can a professional in their job role threaten a vulnerable disabled, in their eyes, a vulnerable disabled individual? How can they get away with that? So if you don't do that, I won't repeat the words. It's horrendous. And I will not tolerate. I'm an adult. I'm just as equal to them. Just because I've not got the qualifications they have, and just because I haven't got my health, you don't talk down to me and discriminate and violate my human rights. But I'm not trying to be awkward either. I'm just trying to move on. I'm the one that's experienced all this harm. I'm the one that's left it, and thousands of other people in worse situations. So, do I keep quiet? Do I not do anything? Do I give in? I'm not giving in. I'm just finding a peaceful, lawful way to move forward. That's all this is about. I can't change what's happened. That's the biggest thing I know. And I can't be worried about the future. It's not happened yet. I can only deal with here and now. That's all I'm trying to do. But I'm not going to wear myself out with all of this. I know my limit. So the effort why I'm putting on so well because of the effort we put in yesterday, clearing all this out. Now I can see my late mum's beautiful plate with religious tapes. Then in the lounge there's a lot of stuff to give away for free back to this disabled charity that I know of. And the little I have in here, the better. Because God forbid if it does happen, I've got to go just like that. Then there's little to be worried about in this place. Although it'd be locked up, I still won't be able to keep an eye on things. So we're just going to finish the email, and then I'm just going to close the stream down and get some rest. I might just contact the local paper. Give them a story, something to go on, shall I? But I don't think they will, because I don't want publicity on my case at the moment. I want to be informal. That's sent. I need to put some trap music on my phone, so bear with us. We have Dean Martin on. My throat is killing me. Painful. Oh, come seat more. I do not know how to use this new phone, so I am a novice. Now, it said I should have an email. I can't find it. So there's music going on in the background. I'm absolutely worn out. Gosh. This just gets me, right? There's all this like so-called people claiming to take on making certain facts known, which I've already done, knowing makes for showing these capabilities of truly. You need your help to do these certain things as well. And a lot of able-bodied people don't realise when you're disabled, in your complexity, disabilities in combination, the preservation of one's personal situation and health needs to be there. And you're going through the runaround. And I just saw someone post on a social media post to regards to long 8 months of Department of Works and Pensions Limited in public services, the county court system. She claimed she was able to go up against a large national housing company on her own. I think she had a lot of support behind her, and apply for a warrant for eviction on receipt of a notice, Section 21 usually is, to stay. She applied for had that to stay in their court system, and she claimed that she had evidence pack. Well, how did she manage to put it together? Where did she get the cost for the printing and the time and the energy, and to do the statement of truth of facts, which I've already done repeatedly on emails to counterclaim what's been going on in my situation. And And she claims the county court judge today recognised Universal Credit's failings. Well, it is already, and this is other issues I'm dealing with. She claims, right, don't give up, obviously, but where do you get your physical health? And she claims she didn't go to citizens advice, statutory advice services, recommendations, agents. I've done all that before, I didn't get anywhere. And she states, I mean, it's a combination, isn't it, with public services, but is she disabled? Is she physically complexly ill health? Yeah, so good luck to the lady. Good luck to anyone that can find a remedy. Anything's worth a try. Because when you got various statutory bodies, not another care home. I'm going to have to show this in a minute. A care home staff guilty of organised and abuse of disabled adults in one's area. Not again. Doesn't make it any good, sort of like. I'm just fed up with all this going on all the bloody time. I wonder who's running these places. Oh, I thought it's so dark now. What? The page not available? Of course it is. Come on. Just don't want to upload. Okay. Let's go on telegraph.co.uk. Is it like a newspaper online? Right, let's have a look. Neglect residents, a groundbreaking court case into organised abuse. Right. So, 5 company directors and managers with 13 people evicted yesterday for imprisoning the vulnerable with senior figures' abuse of creating a culture where neglect was the norm. Right, so it's run by at the 2 care homes. What? Oh, it's not in my area. So that individual didn't even state where it were. Somewhere reference to okay, so not even current. 2010, 2011, and it's somewhere down South UK. So all these care homes will get all these reports. So why don't they pay blinking enough proper wages and get the proper checks done and safety, make sure there's all these people, whether it's care homes, community services, in people's own homes. How do you really know you're not going to get abused again if you've gone through things already? How do they get caught out? Gosh, so these people were left alone for hours on end with little food, no water. So how were they caught out? And who blew the whistle? Because usually, usually you don't get anybody blowing the whistle. You don't get directors and managers ever held accountable for things like this. The investigation was launched after one of the residents contacted who? The police? Doesn't say you. July 2011. Yeah, well, I've done all this about what happened to me and what happened then. Just scrolling through. So who took this on then? Was it the CPS and statutory law? Was it the police? They don't do nothing in my area, tell you that now. The word vulnerable. So these people were residents in homes. Well, when it happens in your own home, what then? Right, so you've got obviously parents in mum and dad's in Devon, UK, Berkshire. Okay, so here we go. Oh, it was somebody that left the premises and contacted the watchdog. Well, hold on, I've done that, and they said they can't investigate the Care Quality Commission, and then claim that Care Quality Commission got the police came involved. Well, hold on, it's a bit double standard then, isn't it? Well, what happened to me? What? Because it's just me? And you got a group of other people instead in a big care home that gets more attention? I don't know how they work these things out. Like someone on Facebook a moment ago was saying they spent ages trying to go for statutory services complaints procedure and they're getting nowhere too. What that individual posted was quite relevant actually. But as I said, nowadays the cutback's still going on. How does anyone know? This ain't going to happen constantly. Even more areas than just what I've just come across. There's deaths in care homes. There's deaths in hospitals. I think if you get yourself trained up in certain areas, what I've done over the years, social services are sure to face more questions. Over 5 children have been previously in care reported dead in a farmhouse fire just 2 weeks after they were shamed the local authorities in a report following whose investigation of manipulation of data. Oh my lord. Where was this? That was in Wales. That was back in 2017. Why the hell were you innocent children? That's sick, isn't it? They can't speak up for themselves. I mean, gosh. I mean, men and women in their job roles, professionally. I mean, what's wrong with all this? The basic human rights being abused, being displaced, because they don't want to lose their jobs. You know, what's wrong with the blinking world? Care companies, health and social care, they're meant to have professional, meant to communicate, meant to be respectful, meant to do, there's all this stuff they're meant to do. I know this from experience, but they don't do it. And then you get people coming out. I think sometimes when you know people, connected to certain people, you might just get somewhere. If you're not connected and you're isolated, you ain't got a backup, your family, your friends, you just maybe you're disregarded again. So I can't do much about the situation. I don't know about myself. I don't. Campaign for the vulnerable. Campaign for the vulnerable monthly networking meeting. Where's that? Berkshire. Really? You see, this is all these wonderful words meant to do in national in UK, but I wish it was really true, you know. I wish these things were not going on. And unfortunately, the way the world is going on, more things are happening behind the scenes you might not be aware of. And obviously, all I just say is first-hand knowledge, first-hand experience, unfortunately. Shame I don't have the key family network around me. I just get on like nothing's happened. My family members. There's statutory law. There's all sorts of things that's going on, Corden. You've got to be so extremely careful. That's a problem. They're relying on people to be so damn ill all the time and you've got no energy. Here we go again, you see, you've got another item online. Abuse has taken place 99% of care homes and chronic underfunding. So where's all this leading to in the United Kingdom? This is 21st century. It's a cuts in central UK so-called government. And what they're trying to do, a depopulation agenda or something of vulnerable people because it's too costly. It's not a problem that we bloody well get ill and get old and stuff, is it? How do you know how many people there is working in the care industry anyway that is actually trained in respect to the key standards that's meant to be offered? And that is the biggest concern when they're trying to displace me. There's no real guarantees of anything now. It's not just residential care homes. It's actually in the community as well. It's everywhere. There needs to be, I don't know what can be replaced. I mean, what is the answer to all this? I mean, you've got a key amount of people that do have good hearts that mean well. But at what expense is all this going to keep going on? It's just ridiculous. Right, so let's just go back, see if that email's come through yet. Frustrating when you're so ill, you can't be doing much at all. It's not come through. Oh, yes, it has. So I have taken all course of actions all today in all the key points, contacted all the relevant people and the relevant areas, kept correspondence in all emails, and still nothing. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at on this. And now basically certain public servants, I'm hearing about getting more protection from members of the public. There's no obligation, obviously, by certain public. I mean, come on, people vote for these people in the political mainstream side of things. But that's why people get disheartened, because there is no real remedy. And when you study certain subjects, unfortunately, you do need your physical health to be able to keep carrying on. So that's why I'm trying to concentrate on things that I can do, little things at a time. Well, unfortunately, that's limiting every bloody day at the moment. Hence, try and put some music on to keep the body thinking. You're in a lot of pain all the bloody time, it doesn't help. So all you can do is, well, I don't know, but all one can do is what one is able to do, I suppose, and that's frustrating. Damn frustrating. So basically the email went off to tenth of October. I knew I sent this Wednesday last week. I wouldn't have thought there's a problem to this email at 9th of the 10th, 2018, 7:15. Not at present to offer OT assessment at my home, and no, I'd not consent to this at present. I'm a lawful right to complete my choice outcomes and offer before OT assessment. This my Care Act assessment, not social workers. That's a statute law states this. Then, on full disclosure, terms of offer by this care, I won't say the care company. Well, it's in statutory law is a company limited anyway. The OT employee single care team, no information about that. What is the housing voting support? Where was that? I shall not be pushed unlawfully. Claim I raised this complaint to block my lawful right to complete in this particular area as the location I was last in advance questions. 2. Unlawfully to claim the healthcare professional refused the Care Act assessment. Due facts already been lawfully clear on, and it reference on the housing side. It's all to do with not repairing the wet room, that's all it says. Housing side in the United Kingdom, disabled people being abused constantly unlawfully. Yeah, so going back in June, even 2018, there was no indication why I needed all this going to and forth, it does not get anywhere. Well, you need your help. I keep saying that. You just need your blinking help to be able to do with things. How do expect anyone to be able to survive in this messed up world? It's unbelievable. There's a lot of subjects I'm aware of and I'm not going to go into, but people deliberately don't get back to you. Just bloody ridiculous. So, some blanks you, and you start getting the impression, well, you get bloody impression that certain people are doing things certain ways to cause extreme alarm stress. Just deliberate. I want to know, that is already charged. It's like I texted this individual that's meant to help me and I've not heard back. So, and that was on Friday. That was on the 13th, the 10th, 2018, just gone. Now 10:20. Gotta get off here. Didn't realise the time was getting on. Sometimes I think, oh, just they just want you to give in, don't they? The system. I won't get again. I'll text the same individual I know about. Right, just gonna go off here now because the phone's getting a bit hot and I need to finish it. Yeah, my friend needs to get me something to ease my throat, so I need to rest and sit down. I'm going through a lot this last. Oh, didn't see you there. Hello. Just, oh, is there any, I didn't, hold on, I didn't see you there, sorry. I was in the middle of doing a text. So, hello, yes, I am here. Is anybody there? Yeah, there is. It's a black screen because I was talking. I don't know if that got heard anything. It's a black screen. Yeah. Well, take care. Thank you for checking in. It's just discussion on disabled people in the United Kingdom's abuse. I was just trying to do some research and then got diverted into other subjects because it's more widespread in the United Kingdom. I don't really know what the remedy is actually because I'm just trying to look at other angles. Got some chat music on. Gotta go. Not too well myself. God bless.